All right, so number 9 says graph the parent function and then graph the function g of x. So first we want to graph the parent function. They straight up tell you the parent function right here is y equals e to the x. Okay, so if you're just using y equals e to the x, you got 3 x values, -1, 0, 1. What would your y values be? When you plug in 0, what do you get? 1, right? That's always the same. Then when you plug in 1, what would you get? What is that number? 2.72. That's what e is. And then -1 is 0.37. So you pretty much have to memorize the 0.37 and 2.72. But that's the parent function. So let's graph that first. We got -1, 0.37. That's about here. We got 0, 1. That's about here. And then 1, 2.72. That's about here. That's the parent function. Okay, so if we graph that, it looks like this. The asymptote is at y equals 0, so make sure you do not cross the y or the x-axis. All right, then we want to graph g of x, but g of x has some transformations, so it's always best to first start with writing out your transformations. We got a 2 in the front. Does anybody know what the 2 in front does? Vertical stretch by 2. Very good. Then we got the +3 up here by the x. What would that tell you to do? That's left 3. That's moving to the left 3. All right, so now that we've got the transformations listed out, we can actually apply them. So what we're going to do is take each of the points from our original. We got 3 points, right? We're going to apply those transformations to those 3 points. The first transformation was vertical stretch by 2. All that means is I'm going to double the distance each point is from the x-axis. You see this point right here? It's 1 away from the x-axis. Now it's going to be 2 away, which is right here, 2. This point right here is 2.7 about, so it should be, if I double that, 5.4, so it's going to be up here somewhere. This point right here, it's like 0.37, so it should be about right here. You see how each one has moved, each one is now twice as far away as it used to be from the x-axis. Okay, but that only takes care of the vertical stretch by 2. What else do I need to do? I got to move each point to the left 3. So I take this point right here, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 to the left right there. This point that's right here, the 0, 2, move the left 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there. My last point right here, move to the left 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is my final points. So I'm just going to connect these.
And we moved them left because it said x plus 3.
Yes. Once again, asymptote is at y equals 0, so don't cross the x-axis. So that is my final graph. That is g of x, which is what they asked for. So now all we have to do is write the asymptote, the domain, and the range. So asymptote is y equals 0. That's this line right here. The range is going to come straight from the asymptote. We're going to put y, and we're going to put 0. Is it greater than or less than? It's going to be greater than because our graph is above the asymptote. And then lastly, the domain for any exponential, this is an exponential function after all, is going to be -infinity to +infinity. Or also you can write all real numbers. And that will be the end of number, what is this? Number 9.